What's up, baby? What's up, good people? Marquez here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Bush Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Man, Saturday afternoon, I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I'm kind of taking it easy today after the hot wing challenge. You know, literally, I've been just dealing with it. I know there's some clips out there that some of y'all are going to have fun with, but you know what? Hey, it is what it is. You do what you got to do. Look out for others. You know, I'm old enough to remember when safety was a problem for the Cowboys. For years and years and years, we had safety issues. And how crazy is it when we went into this time last year, we looked at it and said, thank God we got Donovan Wilson, man. You know, Donovan Wilson was our guy that we looked and said, man, thank God we have him. He's going to be our main guy. And then come last year, he was injured most of the season, and we actually didn't skip a beat. It's amazing that we ended up getting Jaron Kearse, a journeyman, who, when we signed him, we were like, we got to go out and get a big name safety, you know? Remember when we were talking about the Cowboys should trade for Jamal Adams? Thank God we didn't go for Earl Thomas in there. You know, I mean, Earl Thomas, ooh, boy, did we dodge the bullet on that one. And in some regards, you have to look at the Cowboys and say their homegrown talent and finding guys that fit their system has done great things. Now, we ended up doing a couple things that were interesting, to say the least. Dan Quinn is like a mad scientist, okay? Now, Dan Quinn, say what you will about Atlanta losing in the Super Bowl, giving up the biggest lead ever. There's a difference between being a defensive coordinator and being the head coach. It's really two different set of skills. One is being the mastermind for the whole team and overseeing, being the motivator and stuff. The other is the guy who's dealing with the players and being the meat and potatoes guy, that guy that develops relationships. And you can see how Dan Quinn has developed relationships with players. Almost instantly, the players love Dan Quinn. Sam Williams, literally, after meeting Dan Quinn, was like, I want to work with this guy. I don't want to leave Dallas after his 30-30 view. And, of course, Dan Quinn was like, I want to coach that guy. Now, one of the things we ended up doing last year was when we got Quinn O'Neal, who was a safety, they liked him as a linebacker. And the reason why they liked trying to make him this hybrid linebacker is a safety covers, of course, better than a linebacker does. Typically, they're going to be faster. But a safety is also a run supporter. So if you can get a true safety that has length on them, okay, you can kind of look at him and say, he can be like a weak side linebacker. So he'll cover the wide receivers in the slot, but also can lay that lick and that blow on defense. Now, the Cowboys with Jaron Kearse, like I said, he had been a journeyman. Nobody thought much of when we signed him. And that's the funny thing. We have so many guys who, when we sign them, we're like, man, why did we get this bum, man? The Cowboys don't care about crap. They suck. And they some of them end up actually being really guys that we all of a sudden can't live without. And Jaron Kearse was that guy. Jaron Kearse is now the lead dog, to the point where Donovan Wilson is his backup. That was unthinkable just a year ago. There's no way, no how anybody thought that Jaron Kearse was going to end up being the starter over Donovan Wilson. And he's entrenched as that starter. Donovan Wilson is clearly the backup. Now here's where you look at it, and when we had Quinn O'Neal, who was a safety, Cowboys tried to make him a hybrid linebacker. That one didn't work out as well as they wanted to, and he really wanted to go back to safety. He didn't like being a linebacker. But I'm here to say, Dan Quinn has himself another project, the mad scientist that he is. Marquez Bell. Marquez Bell, who by some people thought should have been a drafted guy. He should have been drafted. And then some people view him as possibly a steal from this year's draft. Um, the thing with Marquez Bell is he's fast. He's like 4.41. He's got length. The Cowboys love guys that are tall. You would think that the defense is basketball players because everybody, they love to have tall. I mean, Sam Williams is 6'4", 260. You look at Marquez Bell, he's 6'2" and a half, and he's fast. He's really fast. And you could be seeing this as a project for Dan Quinn of taking Marquez Bell and making him that hybrid safety linebacker that he so covets. Because the thing with today's offense is you have so many wideouts, so many receivers, so many guys that are in pass coverage. You can't have a typical linebacker who can't cover. If you do, you're going to be mismatched all day, especially with all of the tight ends that are out there. When you start thinking about the Gronks, when you think about the Dallas Goddards, when you think about the tight ends that have to be covered, you need a guy who can cover, but also is tall to go against those guys. And this is where you look at it and say, the Cowboys not only signed him, but they also gave him a really nice signing bonus for an undrafted free agent of $200,000. They truly wanted to get him. And don't be surprised if he makes the roster and is starting out at least on special teams, the active roster. And I guarantee that Marquez Bell is going to be one of those guys that we're going to look back later on and say, yeah, that was a rookie undrafted free agent that really, really did some great things for the Cowboys. I'm excited about a lot of these guys that we have brought in. We're going to have so much competition out here that we're going to see some names that we're going to be surprised that are cut. I think about with us bringing in a guy like John Ridgeway, knowing that we have players that are on the bubble that, again, this time last year, we were looking at Neville Gallimore and possibly Tristan Hill being our best two defensive linemen. Now, the Cowboys went through and they signed guys like Brett Urban and Carlos Watkins. And Brett Urban, he signed, who did he sign with? Brett Urban signed with somebody, I'm sorry, I can't remember at this very moment, but Brett Urban got a job. Congratulations to him. I thought he might be a guy that they might have been interested in bringing back because he actually played really well for us in the middle. But because we've got guys like John Ridgeway in there, a guy like Tristan Hill, be it Tristan Hill is only about $1 million right now in salary, could be cut. It's crazy that in his third year, second round draft pick, could be cut. But thus far, his first year, it's never quite meshed. Second year, coming back from injury. Third year, Cowboys have better options. So look for a lot of camp battles, and don't be surprised when you see some big names that are being cut because of guys like Marquez Bell. So that's all I got to say about that. And hope you are enjoying your day. It's definitely getting warm outside. It's crazy because it went from like 70s to 90, back to 70s next week. Go figure. But I don't think they'll be hibernating anymore. Right, guys? Yeah, it's not going to get that cold again. All right, good people. I will see you guys later. I have a little bit about John Ridgeway. I love that guy. John Ridgeway. He's my hope for the middle. Peace.